Just a prime time.
I'm going with the old Arizona iced tea tonight.
There you go. Something a little different. I feel like I haven't talked to you in like decades.
It's been a while, man. How you been?
Doing good. Did you see? Listen, I have a new member to the team. I'll show you.
Who's that? The hell is that?
Look, legend. But he's got his. You see the headband?
Did you put a headband on him? Oh my god.
My man is ready.
I can't even compete with that, I guess. So
see, dude, when you leave me alone by myself, this is who the co-host. The co-host becomes prime time too. Everybody's Hollywood these days.
Well played.
So how you been? How's baseball going?
Oh, it's going, man. We open the season tomorrow, so.
No shit. How many games do you play?
We're supposed to have 18, but we'll see what we get in. Usually it's about like 3 to 4 per week.
Nice. All right, let's see what everybody has to say. Hey, I'm starting off. Hey, let's fucking go right to it.
Last place.
Last place, New York Yankees with a Gleyber Torres is playing like shit. Fucking everybody wants Aaron Boone fired after 15 games.
Well, no, he's hooking them up with their spa treatment, so things are gonna go well. Just give it some time. It's only April, right? Like you always say.
That's it, man. It's like
gotta be patient, right?
It's gotta be patient, man.
Mets 5 of 6, Rangers 4 in a row, Knicks 6 in a row. Just
Knicks
on
are
the Jets
fucking fire, dude.
Just need the Jets to jump on this train.
What's up, Cody? It's a fun time in New York sports, man. It's definitely a fun time, especially when like the Knicks are playing well, because that means the whole town gets into it. Then, like the Nets are a great team with all their injuries, but the Knicks, when they're playing like this, it's like the best they've been in like 20 years. So
it's amazing what good coaching does, right?
Dude, that's the biggest difference because they don't have a lot of talent. They really don't.
The talent difference from this year to last year, I mean, it's not really much difference. I mean, you got RJ Barrett in year 2. I mean, other than that, it's pretty much the same cast of guys. Derrick Rose coming off the bench, but give Thibodeau credit.
And I was completely wrong about Derrick Rose, too. I thought he was going to be a colossal disaster, and it's actually worked out really well.
Yeah, he's been huge.
Jack has something to show us tonight. Can I imagine what that could be? Sam saying, Sam's already in his new gear. Nice.
Shit. That hurts. That still hurts. I had moved on, but that still hurts. I hadn't seen that. I didn't need to see that.
What's up, Vinny? How you doing, man? It's a very quiet time right now for me with the whole draft, dude. It's like now it's just a matter of counting down for another week from Thursday. It's like there's not really any stories. I mean, the Jets re-signed Daniel Brown today, which whatever.
Didn't they bring back Jeff Smith also?
Jeff Smith, too, the legend of Jeff Smith. We got Vincent Smith, Jeff Smith.
Those are two guys, actually, that I'd like to see in the LaFleur offense. Guys that have, like, legit, 4-3 speed that, maybe the right scheme could actually get them open where you can make some plays. So,
yeah,
as long as they're not one of your top 3.
What's up, Joe? How you doing, man? Yeah, dude, I could talk New York Knicks all you want. It's fun. Like the cool thing about the Knicks is now there's fans in the building too now. So now you're getting that the energy of Madison Square Garden, and they play hard and they kind of overachieve, and like they're easy to root for because there's not a lot of superstars. Julius Randle's playing like a fucking MVP, but it's like because dude, for a long time I wouldn't even watch him. Like I couldn't even like I would. They used to be like I used to like literally put my schedule around and watch every game, and then it was just like I couldn't take it anymore. I gave up.
Yeah, 90s Knicks, I never missed a game. I watched all 82. I mean, the Ewing, Mason, Oakley team, Starks. I mean, those were my boys. I mean, I probably watched those games and those teams more than I watched the Mets growing up. Yep. And then, I mean, after a while, where it's been like 20 years where they were kind of irrelevant.
Bullshit.
Yeah, that and Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson was a fiasco and friggin'
wears on you, man. That's why the last 10 years with the Jets, I mean, people say I'm too negative, but like, all that losing, it wears on you. At a certain point, it's just like you check out. You get tired of talking about losing. So,
well, see, the difference is with the Knicks, they play so many friggin' games. Like, you're like, all right, with football, it's only 16 games. So you're like, all right, you look forward to, and like, but the Knicks, now it's like, you're literally like in the whole Isaiah Thomas bullshit. Like, there was so many, like, they're starting to get better and they go back down. They get rid of Donnie Walsh way too early. It's so cool though, man. Linsanity, another one that was all about that. But I mean, no, he's not. No, he's not.
I heard you're fighting him next.
Oh, you want to see him lose? How about this?
I would train you for that. I'd quit my job and train you for that fight.
I would like to see Jake Paul. Here's an idea. Let's see Jake Paul just fight a striker. I think to be a C-level boxer, a C-level MMA striker. Exactly what happened. Exactly what I thought was going to happen. I mean, it made sense
for him though to fight a guy like Askren next.
He's building up his resume. He's fighting all guys that he's supposed to win. I mean, when minute you see Ben Askren walk out like this and can't defend a jab, you're like, dude, this is obvious. Like
Ben Askew, not Askren. Ben Askew.
Yeah, ask you. I mean, the whole production was a fucking fiasco. But I like now all these hot takes. Now all of a sudden everybody's a boxing expert, everybody's a striking expert, all this other shit. Like you can just, and this isn't even being a douchebag. You can watch them just hit pads, like watch the workouts. You're like, bro, this guy's not a boxer. Like his stand, you knew when Ben Askren showed you exactly what he was. He's a phenomenal wrestler, a very good MMA, mixed martial artist, not a boxer. Yep. So now everybody walking around saying that, it's like, come on, man. Like, any of these guys. And then you have Oscar De La Hoya completely embarrassing himself. He's fucking coked out of his mind.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was a complete fiasco. But you're right. Jake Paul's doing the right thing. He's getting everybody to buy into the circus-like bullshit. He's winning. Everybody thinks he's 10 times better than he is. He's horrendous. I mean, he's very, very average. Any decent striker will light him up and backwards.
No, I completely agree. But again, like I said, like for him, he can still tout that he beat a professional fighter, a guy that stepped in the ring with, Robbie Lawler and took, a bunch of shots from him and he didn't get knocked out.
Yeah, it's just, I mean
that's what he's going to tout now. But yeah, now
he
the
wasn't
next step
in shape
is fighting an actual striker.
He didn't care at all.
No, he made $1 million, goes home to his wife and coaching. Fucking made
doesn't
it.
care. Yeah, I mean, Snoop Dogg. Yeah, it's all marketing. And if I'm him, I keep fighting guys that I know I can beat and keep hyping it up. And he'll keep making all this money off everybody liking the circus things. And now all the thing is, the big thing now is celebrity boxing. Everybody wants to see celebrities get involved in this, and everybody's going to pay or illegal stream it, and they're going to make money on it. And that's just the way it is, And meanwhile, the crazy thing is, at the same time, Gastelum and Robert Whittaker were fighting in UFC, and the fight was incredible. The main event, and got no hype behind it because this nonsense took away from it.
Do you think it's good or bad for the sport of boxing? Like all this celebrity shit.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, for me, I like guys like Tyson Fury. There's other guys that can make it.
There's just so few of those guys, though. That's the problem.
I know, and they all just, they're all chasing money. Like you had Pacquiao, like you supposedly, McGregor wanted to fight Pacquiao, but then McGregor fell through. There's still a lot of big fights out there that can be made, but they just make so much ridiculous money. Like a lot of the UFC guys, lower guys, they got to keep fighting because they don't make these mega paydays like these other guys are making, dude. They don't make a tenth of that. Yeah. So.
It was smart for Askren.
Yeah, dude, they all made quick money. Quick money got out of there. Even like Frank Mir. Frank Mir stood there.
Made $500,000.
To watch somebody enter a boxing ring on a pay-per-view that's never fought in his life before and try to box, and you look at him, you're like, dude, are these guys even trained? Like literally, dude, I'm in an academy 6 days a week. There are 15-year-old kids that have better technique than the shit we saw on Saturday. It's just, man, oh man, oh man. But anyway, if you want to talk about real fighting, if you want to watch real fighting, this Saturday night's card is fucking insane for the UFC. 3 title fights, excellent matchups. The card is loaded from top to bottom. That's something to watch right there, man. Can't wait for that. Let's see. What's up, Anthony? We haven't talked to these guys in a long time, man. Shit. Let's see. We got
2 weeks for me.
Yep. Yeah, I know. I had to pick up the slack, man. Me and Legend, I had Legend breaking out headbands and shit, man.
That's my bad. I was late.
Yeah, Masvidal, Usman, phenomenal fight. Masvidal in a full camp this time in front of fans. I'm most fascinated about that. I know you guys want to talk draft and shit, but I am most fascinated about the UFC event with 15,000 fans there in Florida. I can't wait. Like, dude, there's something about a live event, especially like that kind of like football or hockey or fighting with fans. It makes the level so much just wilder. I'm curious to see what the reaction is, because then you have McGregor Poirier in Vegas sold out, 18,000 fans. I'm curious to see how they handle it, what the reactions are, because sooner or later they're going to want to get football there. And I know that New York is going to 25% capacity for the NBA playoffs, right? So now you're already at 25%, and that's going to be in May? So we're getting there, man.
Excited for it, though. That's the toughest part of the past year, not being able to go to sporting events for me. I mean, that's the one thing that I usually do when I'm going out is, something sports related. So
what's up, Tristan? Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Yeah, I'm excited, dude. Like I've been to fights now just because we coach and stuff like that. But it's still, they have like very limited fans. I think what's going on right now in New Jersey is they're not really sanctioning fights with fans. So all the organizations are like, well, fuck it. We'll go to Philadelphia. We'll go to Pennsylvania. So all the MMA fights all the cards right now are going to be in Pennsylvania because fans can go there. Okay. So, and now it's building up. And now it's like, and I think New Jersey's going to start realizing, listen, we're losing all this revenue now because they're making, if you only have limited amount of fans, you can charge more. They make a lot more money, and then they can put it on, like, they could televise it. So they'll figure it out soon because it's coming, man. It's going to be coming fast and furious in terms of like,
as long as I can tailgate in August, I'll be happy.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
That's all I fucking want.
Yeah, well, it's weird too because like I'm on all these email distribution lists, and like you have all this shit going on here in New Jersey where you can't really do a lot, and then they have like all these concerts down in like Florida and Louisiana and Vegas and all this shit. I'm like, you know what? Sooner or later, I'm like, you know what? I'm out. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go start going like if we can't do shit at Jet games, I'll go to like 5 away games. Like,
I enjoy road trips more than I enjoy going to MetLife. So
me too.
Plenty of times. Haven't seen many good games there.
Yeah,
the good atmosphere.
The UFC has been by far ahead of everybody else in terms of testing, how to handle it, how they've done all their events, all the protocols. They have been. So I'm just curious to see what the reaction is, how the people just treat the UFC after that.
Yeah.
What else we got here? Yeah, Texas, the same thing. And this is more. I'm not talking politics shit like that. I'm just excited to see like the event, man. Like it's such a different vibe. The only thing I will miss with the UFC is right now that's so quiet. You can hear the corners talk, which is super cool, but you can hear every strike, every punch. And then when the guy's getting tired, you can hear him breathing too. But you can hear him like you can tell when the guy's ready to fucking pass out. I like that too. So that's only one of the cool things. Let's see. In terms of the draft, I think everybody pretty much knows right now that I guess Zach Wilson is not like a secret anymore. I think people trying to infuse the Justin Fields things is trying to get more clicks, but I think everywhere you read, I think it's pretty much a foregone conclusion. I would guess, right?
Is Wilson still your guy? I just want to make sure.
I'm not like Tyrone, dude. I'm not like Tyrone.
No, because I feel like you've been liking a few things for Justin Fields. I just want to make sure. Fields. I know you said you like both. I just want to make sure that Wilson is still your guy.
Wilson's still my guy. I like him. But I have to admit, a part of me is very torn about Justin Fields because the one thing that resonates with me, there's 3 things, to be honest with you. I think he's a leader. The team rallies around him. He's got a hell of an arm. He's a hell of an athlete. He works his ass off. The work ethic thing that people don't understand is it's not really his work ethic. It was his committing to film study. But he's always in the gym. He's always working out. He's always with his teammates. So it's more of a commitment to film study, which was kind of, if there was a rap against him. And the thing that gets me the most, and I can't stop thinking about it, is when he played Clemson. Dude, the kid took a fucking beating and a beating and a beating. And what he kept doing? Got back up and kept throwing and kept playing. Like, that's leadership, dude. And it reminds me a lot of what we saw at Josh Allen, where he started off rough, made all these mistakes, but he never quit, kept fighting through it. And that's how you galvanize your team around you. And that's how you keep climbing the ladder as long as you keep improving. And, I like Fields, dude. I really, really do. I like him a lot. So
it's a shame too, because again, I like Justin Fields for all the reasons that you said, but apparently liking Fields is only because I can't like Zach Wilson for whatever reason because he's replacing Sam Darnold or something like that. So
yeah, I mean, and listen, there's a lot of things about Zach Wilson I like too. There's a lot of stories that people kind of like right now. The stories that come out they all support a narrative. And there's a lot of good things about Zach Wilson too, about his work ethic, his commitment, the chip on his shoulder, all these different things, like how hard he works and how committed he is to football. There's so many different things. And the funny thing is, it's like, if we're being completely honest, if that recent Trevor Lawrence story came out and Trevor Lawrence is going to the Jets, there would be fucking outrage where he doesn't live for the game of football. Yep. And I understand he clarified it with all his tweets, everything else. Dude, could you imagine the outrage if that happened here in New York?
I actually can, yeah, because it would be typical.
Yeah. So, everybody has their guy. Like I said, to me right now, being completely honest, I'd have no problem with Fields or Wilson. They pick either one of them. I'm cool with it. Let's roll. I don't, I'm not like that. I don't have this big campaign for Zach Wilson. I understand it. I'm embracing the rebuild around the quarterback at this point. So just hoping that they address the offensive line, get some playmakers in here, address some of the premium spots, give Salah some pieces on the defense to work with. And there is a strong contingent of people that I follow, like NFL like draft guys that love Trey Lance.
It's not a bad take.
They love him. Yeah. They love him, but it's like they love him, but they're like, do you love him enough to take him at 2 and shock the world? Probably not.
Well, because he didn't get a chance to play last year.
That's the problem.
And the one game he did play, I think he was 15 to 30. So he didn't even look great in the one game he played. And he's got the competition, the question with that as well, kind of like Zach Wilson does with BYU.
Yep.
It's a question mark, but he's got all the intangibles. They say his football IQ is off the charts, leadership off the charts. So
it's this fucked up season that makes things so difficult for so many different things. No combine, no full season. A lot of it's all these different things, man.
That's why I felt it was a terrible year to take a quarterback. Especially one that you didn't have like high on your radar coming into the year. there's a lot of ways that you can end up getting deceived, I think.
Well, they're saying if there's a year that you want to have a lot of draft picks, it's next year because next year you're going to know a lot more than you know this year.
Well, that we do.
Yeah. So our draft show. We have a guitar battle to kick off our draft show. That's always going to be fun. So we're going to do what? Thursday, Friday. Who knows about Saturday, but we'll definitely do Thursday and Friday, draft week. Definitely tune up for that. Live stream will be always fun. I'm sure we'll be doing shotguns and cursing and doing all kinds of nonsense.
Not Thursday night. I got work.
Snips with I work from home on Fridays. I'm gonna be ripping things to pieces.
Lucky bastard.
Thank you, Snips. What's up, man? Thank you. Appreciate it. So I guess just in terms of, we can start here. This is basically the only conversation to really have at this point. To argue about Fields and Wilson is kind of senseless. I think everybody knows what's going to happen.
Yep.
But now it's like, what happens after that? And a lot of the articles that you read, it's like, oh, where do the Jets have holes? I'm like, dude, there's only. I'm like, the only
where don't they have holes?
The only spot that would be weird if they took a defensive tackle. Other than that, you could pretty much justify anything, right? Like, where else can you say? I'd
be pissed about safety.
Or safety.
You could justify running back, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
as much as it's not a need, like we've been talking about it. If you got a legitimate 3-down back, a legitimate weapon out of the backfield, would that be a bad thing for your quarterback?
It's fair too. Yeah, I mean, it's
not number one on list of importance, but if you're going by best player available and you have a guy like ETN, as a top 15 player in this draft, and he's there at 23, I mean, that's something you got to weigh. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, there's not really a pick there that would be probably, like I said, other than defensive tackle, there's not really much I'd be outraged about. Really, they have so many holes. You need building blocks. You need playmakers. Now there's a lot of things saying, the Jets have to trade back, and I'm like, I don't think they have to do anything. Like, if you can get the best value you can get and start adding pieces to your puzzle. Like, this is based on the way they handle free agency. You got to start getting a lot of value through your draft here.
Trading back from what, 23?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Me neither.
Whether it's a receiver or a corner, I think they're probably going to target a skill position guy there. You're going to have somebody that falls to you. I mean, there's a list of about 5 or 6 corners that people have going in the first round. You're going to have at least 1 or 2 of them there at 23. The receivers in this draft, I think beyond the top 3, you have guys like Tony, Rashad Bateman, who I'm really big on.
Yep.
Even Rondell Moore, he's a guy that maybe even at 34 could still be there. So, I think they're going to look for some skill position guys, and, trading down, you have so many needs right now and you need so many impact players. I think I
don't want to get too cute in the draft, dude. Like, too cute. We keep trading back. Like,
if anything, I'm trading up. I'm targeting, somebody that I think right away can make an impact. And I'm saying, all right, that's my guy. I've got some extra picks next year that I can deal. I've got cap space to work with.
Yep. Yeah, I'm in the same boat, dude. And it's like then you have like, I think they have like, after you take away the draft class, they had like $16 million in cap space. If you wanted to cut you can cut 3 or 4 guys and you can get another $15 million in cap space, no problem. Yep. If you want to go out and sign Sherman or whoever you want to sign, they have plenty of flexibility. Now it's a matter of taking advantage of it. So we'll see.
You wonder what the deal is with Sherman. Is he just not getting the money that he wants, or
he wants to wait till after the draft now because he wants to get the most money he can get? I think he wants to go to a winning team as well. He want and stay on the West Coast. He's got like he loves salad, but he wants to go on a winning team. He wants to make money and be on the West Coast. So,
so
not really. Yeah. It's just so that's what we got here. I think watch out for Kadarius Toney. Yeah, I mean, I know what's his face. Kyle loves him, man.
Any Florida Gator.
Yep,
that's true. Legit, though.
Let's see, Rashad Bateman, tremendous hands length. Yeah, I mean. There's a couple of receivers that you look at, you're like, holy shit, man, put them in space. Then it's like, if the Jets happen to get one of these guys, what happens with Crowder? Or do they keep all these guys and just have like completely stocked wide receiver room?
For this year, why not keep all of them? And then you just let Crowder walk next year.
Oh, so now, do we want to do this? Yo, I have to go soon. I'd like to show you something. Can you drop the link, please? Is this worth it?
It's got to be good, right? Jack wouldn't let us down like that.
Look at this. Everybody's like, when are you going to go? Damn, you got some angry fucking people on this thing. Might as well. I mean, a lot of people owe us shit. Like Ghost Pepper owes us Ghost Peppers. There's your link, Jack. I can now Sam, my God, there's the history says anytime Jack comes on, I think what's his average of having a positive, memorable experience? Probably like what, 8%?
8? Well, I was going to give him like, maybe 30%, like 3 out of every 10.
The chance of this being good.
If you give him that, I mean, if he was a baseball player, he's a Hall of Famer.
But so what do
So
you give his success rate here? What do you think his chances are? What percent?
this
This
one,
be a good call from Jack.
see, I feel like he set the bar kind of high by saying that he's got something to show us, so we're all expecting something pretty big.
It's
So
gonna be a
I
disaster.
think I think he's setting himself up for failure here. So I'm gonna go like 7%.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him. You're gonna give him 7% chance of success. I'll give him
Yep.
9% because I'm feeling generous. That's about it, though. Yes, we'll do a Titanic stream after the draft. We committed to that. We'll definitely do that.
There we
Jack's
go.
the best. 5%. That's probably even more accurate. I remember the Blair Thomas pain. I remember Johnny Lamb Jones pain. I remember a lot of Jets failures.
Kyle Brady was my first.
Oh, the Kyle Brady, the Warren Sapp one. That still bothers me.
Yep. And then Dwayne
All right,
Robertson.
so Jack. Oh, Dwayne Robertson wasn't as bad. See, the thing is, he
That
was
fucking
bad.
bad.
But
He was at
Vernon
least a
Golston
starter, I guess.
Vernon Golston didn't even get a tackle, dude. He didn't get, as a linebacker, didn't even get a tackle. Not even on special teams.
No, I think he had a tackle. He never got a sack though, right?
Nothing. He got no stats.
I thought he got a tackle. I know he
I'll have
didn't
to look
get
it up.
any
I don't
sacks.
think he did. I'd be shocked if he did. All right. So we bring on the guy that he's promising us something great. You ready for this?
Let's bring it on.
Terrible.
I never said something great, but it's right next.
Here he goes. You waffling already?
No, it's right here. It's right next to me. Hold on, let me get it.
Oh no.
Doesn't he
What
have
is
it
it?
ready?
He doesn't even have it ready. We have nothing but time on our hands here. Oh, he's got a Panthers hat.
What?
Still, Jets are still number one, but I mean, had to get a Panthers hat to support Sam. You
can't have a number 2. If you want to support Sam, get a Darnold jersey, a Darnold T-shirt, a Sir Purse shirt.
This is just.
I might get a Darnold jersey too, but I don't know.
I mean, that's a nice hat, but
I know it is.
So then, what are you gonna do?
I mean,
so what are you gonna do when Jets play the Panthers? What are you gonna do? You gonna wear both hats, like glue them together or something?
Yeah, we'll do this. Put that on, but put the Jets hat forward.
This is what are we doing here? This is just.
Did
I actually say 7%?
This is worse than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
You know we're taking a road trip out to Carolina this year, right?
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt.
We're definitely doing that one.
Got the Sam Darnold jersey too.
So, are you trying to bring? You're just trying to bring anger toward yourself at this point.
What do you mean?
This is the big surprise. Your big surprise was wearing a Panthers hat on a Jets stream.
I mean, I had to show it off. I had to show it.
I mean, but you're proud of being a bandwagon fan now. That's not something you're probably actively
bandwagon.
But if you have a Jets channel and you're sitting there promoting a Panthers hat, probably not good for your subscribers.
There, better.
You want to know what's better? This is what's better.
Oh no! Knew that was coming.
Listen, man. If you're gonna tell us you're gonna show something great, we can't.
I respect his support for Sam, but even me, I've turned the page. I've moved on. We got a new quarterback coming to town. Embrace it. That's all you can do.
Oh, and look, prime time.
That was a nice hat, though.
Well, look, our friend is back.
She's still here.
She hasn't been on in a while. I was actually hoping that she actually found somebody else to bother, but apparently she found us again.
She's going to be unbearable when we do the Titanic stream.
Good night. You're very welcome, everybody. Yes, we are all going. Everybody, if you want to go, that's where we're all going. We're all going to Carolina. We're going to have I can only imagine. Prime time will be so torn, though. So
you're going to see every side of emotion. You're going to see anger, rage, sadness, hopefully some joy.
Have you heard about the European Super League? I've heard about this. From what I've heard, I think it's absolutely ridiculous, but I'm not educated enough to talk more about it. They're basically, it's just root for the jersey, not the player. The link is in there. I'm down for Carolina. Yes, we're all going to Carolina. Yeah, they're doing all kinds of crazy consolidating of teams and all kinds of shit. I got to read more about it, but from what I read so far, it's ridiculous. All about money and greed, dude. From what I've seen so far. Oh, and now she's coming after you.
What'd she say?
You missed it. She called you a miserable
Nah, I
piece
didn't
of
see it.
shit. Oh no, you're unbearable
No,
times
I,
piece
I
of
mean
shit.
that's. I mean, I have been. Not lying.
Let's see, we got here. We will go to some more callers here. Just kind of get through. I would join you, but I don't have 10K to get myself. Come on, man. What a flight from Australia? Come on, man. We'll start a GoFundMe for you. Let's see. You know what's funny is Darren's like, you guys should talk more NFL, not just Jets. I'm like, it's a fucking Jets channel. What do you want us to do? Cover every team now? Hey,
During the season, we could. That's when I could
Dude.
start doing my betting show. I'll make it a weekly thing. For a half hour, I'll talk all the other teams.
Jack, I got news for you. We would not last 2 hours with you in Carolina. You'd be buried in a I don't know where you've been, a closet somewhere.
Wait, Jack can't drink, right? He's not old enough, right?
I don't know how old he is. How old is he?
Oh no, that would be fun.
All right, so we're gonna go start bringing some callers on. Jomo, what's up, man?
Nothing much, guys. How we doing tonight?
Doing good, man.
What's up, dude?
Nothing much. We were talking about the Knicks earlier.
Dude, you're dark as hell. You have any lights back over there? Can't see shit.
Yeah,
there you are.
A light here. It's the hat. All right, before we get talking about the Knicks, this is the hat that Joe Douglas wore when he watched Zach Wilson at the pro day. So same type, not the exact hat, but just wanted to throw that out there. Name's Joe. Might be a correlation there, but all right. Anyways, so the Knicks. I feel like the Jets are kind of in the same position that the Knicks were in last year.
Yep.
They fired the GM, they brought in a new GM, and then we brought in Joe Douglas not last year but the year before, and then they got a new head coach, defensive minded, and it kind of rejuvenated the whole organization. And you're seeing that with all the young guys, they're buying into the program, and that's something that I think Salah is going to bring here. I've been raving about Salah for the past couple of weeks, but really, I truly feel that way. Like he's a guy that could come in, just change the whole culture. I mean, that's really all he's about. He's about culture. He's about getting guys to buy in.
Well, it's twofold though. Like so far, everybody respects him. So you have to put together a program that everybody could buy into, and then sooner or later, the program's got to work. Where like Thibodeau, his program works, and they're all buying in, and he could bench guys and not play guys in the fourth quarter. And justify, because hey, listen, I know what I'm doing, and it's going to pay off. And it started paying off, and like excellent defense. Like they're hard nosed, they play hard, they're great. What their kind of blueprint is. So you kind of establish that culture with the Jets. But it's very similar, dude. Like I think coaching with the Knicks is the biggest difference, dude. It's not they've added some talent, but I mean, it's a night and day what they were in the fucking last couple of years.
Really, it's about having that leader that leads men.
Yep.
Like you know what I mean. And
respected,
I think we got a guy like that. Right.
I hope so, man.
Now, what do you guys think about 23? Where do you guys want us to go with 23? I see a lot of people, they're talking about corners.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to talk about Greg Newsome. Me personally, I don't think Greg Newsome is physical enough. I don't think he really stuffs his nose in there and makes the tackles. But I mean, I've said it before, I want to go offense first 2 rounds at least. But where do you guys stand with that?
So offense meaning what? Do you want to go receiver, running back, offensive line? What do you want to go there?
Definitely not running back. I don't want to see a running back until the third. I think taking a running back in the second round is you're spending too much draft capital on a player that you can just go running back by committee. And right now we got young guys, so I'd rather see the young guys get the touches like Ty Johnson, P. Ryan, and see where that goes. I mean, with the LaFleur system and with the Shanahan system, I mean, they run running back by committee. It seems to work, fresh legs and all that. I mean, Etienne and Harris, they're both phenomenal. They're good talents, but I just feel like for the Jets, a running back isn't what we need to build around our quarterback.
So then would you go receiver there, even though they already have a lot of talent
at
already?
23? I would go receiver for sure. Because I look at it this way, how many guys do we have under contract for next year to grow with Wilson? I think it's just Corey Davis and Mims. I don't think there's any other guys.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just want to see this team build around that young quarterback. Like, get him the weapons that he's going to grow with, he's going to flourish with. I mean, you saw the Bengals do it. They went out and they took T. Higgins in the second round. And Burrow was throwing to Higgins, like, every single game. Like, it was one of his favorite targets.
So if offense is your priority, is there any guys that you're looking to potentially trade up for? Like if let's say Jalen Waddle's there at let's say like Jalen Waddle's still there at 15, or Devontae Smith, he falls a little bit. Like any of those guys you try and trade up for, or offensive line.
I think that would be putting too much of your draft capital into one position. I don't like trading up into the first. I know a lot of people are kind of on that train, trade up if somebody falls. But I would rather see a trade up into the second if somebody falls. Okay. But I want to sit tight with 23 and 34. I just feel like there's a couple guys that could fall to us. I mean, in Douglas's press conference, he was talking about the kid from Wisconsin Whitewater, Quinn Miners. Dude, he is a mauler, and it looks like he's going to be a second-round pick. I'd like to take him at 34. I'd like to take Elijah Vera Tucker if he falls to 23. But, I mean, there's so many receivers that could be at number 23. Like Elijah Moore, I feel like he's very underrated. He's very shifty. I know a lot of people talk about Rondale Moore. I get he ran a 4.29, but the guy's 5'7". Size is a concern for me, at least, taking him that high in the first round. But Rashad Bateman, he's great route runner. I've seen him being compared to like the guy that's going to fall, like Justin Jefferson. But it's really, for me, it's about getting the old lineman, getting the receiver, making sure that your quarterback has that stability that he can grow with guys.
You need a young nucleus, man. Build them all up together and just grow together, learn together, implement the offense together. I completely agree, man.
And, everybody keeps talking about corner, and I understand, like, corner is a very big concern for this team. Like, we haven't had a number one corner since Revis, and I just feel that you brought Saleh in. He's a defensive guy. Don't spend that capital on a corner when, let your defensive coach him up.
Yeah, but listen, I know I agree with what you're saying, but also you got to look at what they have a corner too. Like it's a real legitimate need because you have pretty much, if you don't bring back Brian Poole, you really have nobody back there that you can really trust to say, you know what, this is a very good corner that could be a 1A, even number 2.
That's why you upgraded the pass rush.
Yeah, no, I agree, but like, listen,
the pass rush is going to take a lot of pressure off of them.
I'd have no problem. I'd have no problem getting a corner in the first couple of rounds because it's a desperate need. And then you can still go out and even like Rasul Douglas today that got signed by the Panthers. Like some of the guys getting signed today that the Jets just aren't signing. I don't understand. Yeah, what's his face? Nelson's still out there. It's like I don't. We'll see.
Poole's still out there too.
Yeah, another guy's out
there. I don't know why we haven't re-signed April.
I know after the draft. I'm just saying it's observation. This is actually a very good point from Joe that we don't really talk about enough. Is the medical training staff? They've done significant changes to the training staff, dude. Bringing in like a state-of-the-art, program, all new guys. That's night and day where we were after Adam Gase ran the last regime out of town. Having a healthy team. The
same issue with Miami too. Guys getting hurt all the time. Like
every team.
But the Jets have a state-of-the-art complex, dude. I mean, prime time scene. Their complex is
we've walked through it. Yeah.
And now if you can bring a staff,
fairly new.
Yep.
Right?
But they're bringing in a whole new innovative, training staff with the latest principles, and that's gonna pay big dividends too, man. Because this team the last 2 years has been a mess with injuries. So, Jimbo, thanks for
I've been hearing that from the Mets every year, and it never amounts to anything. But we'll see.
We're gonna hope, man, because it's a huge problem, man. Yeah. Especially when you got Becton and Quinn Williams getting banged up and everything else.
Yep.
So, especially that's to be honest with you. If we're talking being really honest, hopefully that Becton has an excellent offseason where he gets his body NFL shape, conditioning, the right weight, because he's got to play, consistently stay on the field.
I mean, you can say that about half the guys that are coming back that are on this roster. They got to show that they can stay on the field. So
no problem, Joe. No, thank you, Joe. Because Ghost Pepper can't see the fucking link. I put it back in there again for him. Help get Jack to Carolina. We ain't helping you, dude. You can help yourself by having better calls. You're out. This is Salalosi, isn't it? Isn't he the guy that tripped people?
Yeah, that's him.
After the draft, there'll be some moves made too, obviously. Let's see. Last time I saw a corner was when I saw Florida Mess.
That's the first funny thing that Rose has said.
It's taken Rose almost a year, but she's finally funny now.
That's what I'm saying. Well done.
He needs players to coach. You still can't just turn any guy into a great corner. This is the deep draft. They need corners, man.
But you know, you're not going to address every need though in one off season. Like we know that, and we look at the roster right now. We have maybe 3 or 4 guys that we think are legitimate building blocks. So what's the priority? Giving as much talent to your new quarterback as possible, or securing every piece of the defense? I feel like the defense can wait. You're already getting Mosley back. You think Quinnen's going to be a player. You signed Carl Lawson. You know, that should be enough in your front 7 to have at least a formidable defense with a coach who proved last year. Yeah, with a coach who proved last year that he could work, with less. So if we got some young corners out there, so be it. Let them get some experience.
It's so weird how I was curious to see how like certain teams handle certain players. And I'm like, if the Jets go through the draft, they end up cutting say Van Roten and just say, I don't know, say they cut Crowder for whatever reason. But then the Browns go and cut Sheldon Richardson now when his value is super high too. So it's like you can almost make an argument for him over Rankins, but it's like
yep.
It's so weird how it plays out, man.
Yeah. And you wonder now how much he's going to get.
Yep. He's got to be pissed.
If he ends up, I'm saying that, if he ends up signing now for 1 year, $5 million, something like that.
Yep.
I would take that over Rankins.
Corner is a much bigger need for your team than receiver. Sheldon was a beast. Corner is a bigger need right now. That is true because they got Corey Davis and Keelan Cole and Crims and Mims and Crowder. That's true, but corner is just a whole lot of unproven guys, man. Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it.
Appreciate that, Mike. I just had a flashback when me and Jay we did the road game in Arizona and we were watching the Jets get blown out Monday Night Football, and Sheldon Richardson. Probably about 20 times that game was lined up at outside linebacker, and we were just going ape shit every single time.
I'd be happy.
That was like the beginning of the end for Bulls.
I got a signed jersey.
Yeah, I would have loved him.
Closet.
Yeah, I still got his jersey too.
All right, we'll go to our music director. What's up, Elias?
What's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
How you doing, man?
What's up, dude? Nice hat, man.
Got my Met hat on.
Feels good to be first place, right?
Feels good to be first place.
Air's good up there, man.
About that. Last place, worst pitching I've ever seen. Defense is even worse.
They got Garrett Cole,
now you're going to
$300 million man.
Yeah, Giancarlo Stanton, hurt all the time. You got first aid Aaron out there in right field.
They can play one of every 3 games. They're all right.
Yeah, man. At least our fans don't throw
play one, rest 2.
The team that whoops our ass. So,
yep.
How about them?
No, I didn't agree with that either. That was ridiculous. That's some of the shit going on right now. But it's like fans are so excited to get back to the stadium now. Now they're doing shit like that. It's probably half of them aren't even Yankee fans. Just fucking people happy to get out of the goddamn house.
Yeah.
But that's never cool. That kind of shit. That was ridiculously embarrassing. And the Yankees are lifeless, dude. They're a bunch of fucking zombies, man.
Yep.
To be honest with you, it's not fun watching them. It's not even fun. Like you look so forward to watching, baseball and everything coming back, fans in the stands, and they are just completely lifeless. Other than when Garrett Cole pitches, that's it. It's terrible. Kluber blows. Hicks is a disaster. It's just, but it's so early, dude. It's like, it's what, 20 games or 15 games?
Yeah, but these issues have been going on since last season. The team couldn't hit last year. The team barely made the playoffs.
That's the way they were built, though, dude. Exactly. They're either all or nothing with home runs. Exactly. And to be honest with you, the biggest problem I have, I know people are not here about the fucking Yankees right now, but I was a big Didi Gregorius fan, dude. I loved Didi. Loved him. He was a captain, a leader, consistent at shortstop. They moved Glaber to fucking shortstop, and it's just been.
God, he's bad out there, man. It's not even Didi's the greatest player in the world. I mean, I guess it's like, nice to have kind of your homegrown Jeter replacement, but he's also an all or nothing player. He hit his first home run not to right field for the first time in his career against the Mets this year, which is pretty nuts. I mean, he's average in the field, but getting to the Jets and stuff, I'm tired of hearing, oh, defense can wait, let's coach the guys up. You can't coach up Bless Austin and all these bums who can't play. I mean, there's a difference from actually having legit talent and not having it. Bless Austin's terrible, man. And if we don't address corner this year, we're going to all be watching. It's like, oh, God, it's like you want your offense to get on the field. You want to see your new quarterback, but the defense is so bad because these corners are.
Well, their pass rush should be exponentially better than it's ever been, dude. They've added a lot more explosive nature, plus Salah's defense. I think it should be a lot better.
It should be better.
In fairness, Greg Williams' first year, they were a top 10 defense with, I think it was Arthur Millette and
against the run.
I thought it was total points.
They played Dwayne Haskins, Daniel Jones, Duck Hodges.
It's also that too.
You can only beat who's on your schedule, so.
Torched their ass.
You can only beat who's on your schedule,
Torched our ass. Like, I mean, we were good against the run and against shitty quarterbacks.
They were good against the run. Yeah. The corners weren't terrible, though. The defense kept them in games.
Dude, these corners we have now, dude, have so much to prove. Like, everybody assumes that Bryce Hall is a legit starter. They think Bless Austin's this and Javelin Guidry's that and all this other shit, and they all have so much to prove, dude. So much to prove.
I think the bigger point, though, is still that you can't fix everything in one offseason. So if I have to weigh my options between offensive line, getting another receiver, still need a running back, still need a tight end because Herndon's on the last year of his rookie contract. I mean, where do you put cornerback in there?
What about Wesco?
Yeah, he's our H-back or fullback.
Yeah,
I mean, I think
I'm completely kidding.
Corner,
I actually do like
Wesco. 23, depending on who's there. If Tucker's not there, one of these off Tevin Jenkins isn't there, I would go, and Greg Newsome's there, or J.C. Horn somewhere there. I'd go corner and take my lineman in the second round.
Yeah, I mean, we have a bunch of picks. Like, I just think you got to walk away at least. I mean, so prime time, would you take a corner in the first 3 rounds?
I wouldn't hate it. I'm not going to be mad if they get a cornerback early on. It's definitely a need. I'm prioritizing the offense. I think that a guy like J.C. Horn is probably a different example at 23 if he's there versus, a Greg Newsome or a Caleb Farley. But offense is still the priority for me, and we still need probably 2 interior linemen that we're looking for to start. I don't think Lewis and Van Roten are going to be back. So whether you're going back-to-back at 23 and 34 or taking, one guy there and then another in the 3rd round, I'm probably looking at round 3 for a corner.
You think they're going to give Clark a shot this year? Like, they're probably going to let him compete.
You let him compete. Yeah, he's not going to come into camp as the starter, though.
But here's the thing with corner, too. If you can say, let's just address it this year, next year, corner is one of the hardest positions to transition from college to the NFL. So they're not going to be great this year. I mean, they're going to be better than Bless Austin, some of these bumps we have on the team right now. But, I mean, they need a year to develop. And
why do you hate Bless Austin so much?
It's awful,
it's like
man.
It sounds personal at this point.
Hype him up like he's some stud, a great tackler, but he can't cover. He misses 1 million tackles a game just because he
didn't play well last year at all.
I can't stand when people say a player's good because they have a lot of interceptions or a lot of tackles.
Well, dude, you didn't. Well, Ashton Davis is a Pro Bowler and only played 5 games? How many games did he play last year?
And I think he's gonna. I'm not, I'm not against that. The pick. I think he's gonna be fine. DBs take time to develop. He was pretty raw coming out, but I'm not gonna judge him based on. And also, Bless Austin came out of college. This comment says Bless Austin came out into the league basically in a wheelchair. He had 2 ACL injuries, and same thing with Bryce Hall.
Yeah, he barely played in college.
Crazy injury prone as well.
He wasn't even supposed to play his rookie year.
Yep.
Sam Darnold says Elias hates Bless Austin as much as primetime hates Zach Wilson.
That's a good one. That's probably
accurate.
True. Elias, thank you for joining us, man. We appreciate it.
Oh yeah, and primetime, your Sam Darnold video was phenomenal, man.
I thought it was great.
Thank you.
I can't believe
Appreciate
when
it.
I saw you at a Hackenberg jersey, I was like, oh no.
That's why I'm not buying the Zach Wilson jersey. I'm going to do him a favor. I'm not going to buy the jersey. I'm not going to put the jinx on him. He'll be fine.
Yep. Let him actually walk onto the field first, and then you buy the jersey.
Yes.
Did you see? Elias, did you see "Light the Torch"? The band "Light the Torch," the new song with Howard Jones.
I saw you tweet something about it. I'm yet to check it out. I've actually been listening to The Blade a bunch recently. It's a great morning song to get you when you're tired and whatnot.
I can't wait for the rest of their shit to come out.
What is it? Light the Torch?
Mm-hmm.
I'll check that out.
Howard Jones just kills it, man. He is so fucking good. His voice, he just turned 50. Is so powerful, man. Check it out.
Yeah, next time I call in, I'll let you know how I like it, man.
Cool, man. Talk to you later.
You guys have a good night.
Have a good night, man.
All right. So we said, let's see. Yeah, and see, this is how you know your video is good, dude. This is how you know. If Rose hates it, it means. And what I give you credit for is because I didn't think you were gonna do anything. I'm like, Primetime is gonna avoid the whole topic.
No,
and I'm
if
like,
I say I'm gonna do something, I do it.
He still owe us the rap, but we can talk about that
now.
But I was like, is Primetime gonna do? And you come up with the most clever idea, dude. That was brilliant. It was like, and what people understand, it's like at some point you want to be entertaining and you captured your audience. I kept watching it. I'm like, what's gonna be next? I thought it was great.
It was my final farewell. Wanted to capture all the emotion that I was going through. It was not easy for me to turn the page. You guys know that I liked Arnold. I thought he was the right guy to lead this team. Didn't work out, so wanted to say a proper farewell.
So you're doing that, and I'm fucking attacking the media. So we're fine. We got all the bases covered. So let's see. Have you ever heard of
that's the kind of video that the old Primetime would have did like 2-3 years ago before they broke me? I was all over that fucking media shit. Like during the Manish years, especially like when he was all over Rex, the fucking sideways press conference and all that. I used to fucking hate the way this team was covered.
Waiting for the Thunder by Blackberry Smoke. If this is real, I'll look it up. You guys have given some great suggestions over the last couple of weeks. I like most music you guys fucking suggest. Let's see here.
I gotta get into some music.
I love the Darnold tribute. No, I thought it was fucking awesome. I thought it was absolutely great. I really did. What's she saying? Primetime, you said you retired from the show a while ago. You aren't a man of your word.
When did I say that?
I don't know. Primetime wanted to drop Heart of the Ocean back into the sea. The old Primetime made vids about why McCagnon was better than Idzik. Well, that is true.
That is true. That was true. I can still defend why I defended McCagnon up until the point that I did.
I mean, we used to have some wars.
Again,
we had wars over that shit. Remember the wars we used to have?
Oh, I remember.
You guys hear the Athletic is in big financial trouble. I have not heard that. It'd be unfortunate.
I'm not surprised.
I mean, it's hard when you charge for content, man.
That's what I'm saying. How many people are paying for content?
Do you think it's a prove it year for Joe Douglas? He's got a lot to prove, man. He's got to do some power moves in this draft and really walk away with some stuff and show they can build around a quarterback. He's got a lot to prove.
I think you have to see something this year.
A vision,
some kind of identity, identity starting to form. Some building blocks in there, some draft picks that whether it's from last year or guys that you hit this year, you got to start seeing something.
Yep. Let's see here. In Madden, I was offered 6 times for an over. I don't know about Madden ratings. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Kicker talk, prime time. We're going to draft the kicker this year.
No, I don't think so. Still got Ficken, right?
That's right. All right, so we have Ghost Pepper as a surprise for us, prime time. I'm not sure if you're ready for this or not.
I'm not ready.
What in the living fuck? What?
Wait.
What are we doing here? What? Dude, what is? He's got masks. What? How many masks you got on?
I just thought I'd do that for shits and giggles.
What the hell?
Now, look, I feel bad that I can't use my ghost peppers, but I do have the next best thing.
Jalapenos.
Ghost pepper buffalo sauce.
You're going to chug the whole thing, right?
No, I'm not going to chug. I'm going to have a spoonful.
At least do a shot glass.
A spoonful?
All right, you know what? Fine, hold on.
This show, I don't know how the fuck we keep viewers, man. I really don't know how we keep them. I don't know how we do this.
I don't know either.
I don't know why people just. It's just. Oh, here he comes.
And then I thought get the perfect one.
All right, so you're gonna do a shot of ghost pepper sauce. I'd be more impressed if they did with the mask on, but
I'm not gonna do too much because this will.
Adam Gase used to drink with the mask on. He was able to do it.
Kill me.
No, I'm not gonna do much more than that. Any more than that, like this.
Let me see. Wait, let's see. I can't see. Oh, I guess that's all right.
This is ghost pepper mixed with like 3 different other peppers.
All right. Do you have a chaser? What are you chasing it down with? Milk?
No, I'll probably get a beer or something.
All right. Well, let's see it. Let's see you do this shit.
Doesn't alcohol spread fire?
Oh, we gotta see the glass though, man. You gotta show us the empty glass. We don't be fucking half drinking that shit. Yeah, exactly. It's fucking shit. It's just.
Oh yeah,
thought of
what's
that.
up? You missed my Knicks joke I put in the chat. It says Knicks are playing like the 90s. You know what that means. Time to bust out your Sega Genesis with Mortal Kombat and your CD copy of Nevermind and let's go.
I was more of a Super Nintendo guy, not a Sega guy.
Well, I had to make it sound as 90s as possible.
So, is your tongue on fire?
My mouth is on fire.
Well, drink something, man. We don't want to see you hurt yourself now.
Good. No, I'm good. I can hold it. I'll be fine.
How your dogs doing?
My dogs are doing good. Lucy right now she's still recovering from the lesion that she got on her stomach. It's shrinking. It's getting smaller and smaller. So
that's good news.
Yeah, but no. So yeah, I just came on to talk about the draft. You know, I hate this notion that we need to go all offense. I think you got to balance it out because you want the offense and defense to be ready at the same time. You know, if you call it, I don't know what caller last caller mentioned it, that the cornerbacks are going to take some time to develop. You don't want your offense ready and your defense still needs a year to season. So then you're
I'd
just
be fine with that.
You're going to waste a year of the rookie quarterback contract.
Wait. Wait.
I'll use a historical example for you.
Okay,
so in 1972, the Jets, I think they would finish 7-7. They had one of the best offenses in football, but they had the 19th ranked defense and the worst pass defense in football. Do you know why they had the worst pass defense?
Why is that?
Their entire secondary was made up of first and second year players.
Okay.
But I just don't want to rely. Look, rookies can play exceptional at times. At the end of the day, they're still rookies. You gotta have their moments.
I'm lost here. I got lost some here in this conversation.
So did I.
So wait a minute. So you're, oh my God, my eyes are tearing.
I want to get a corner like somewhere between either at 23 or 34.
Okay. But how does it negatively affect the quarterback if the offense is ready this year, but the defense isn't?
Because then the defense is going to hold you back, and you're not going to
hold us back from what exactly being held back from this year.
No, I'm not talking. I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about next year. So like, because I've heard people mention the fact that they want to go offensive heavy this year, and then address the cornerbacks and all that stuff next year, which I think is a mistake. Like I said, look, if you get your offense ready this year and you draft all the defense next year, they're going to be in. Your offense is ready, but your defense is going to be a year behind, so you're wasting a year.
Why is that a bad thing though? If your quarterback's putting up 30 points a game and your defense is struggling, and you can focus then on the defense the following year with pieces in place around your quarterback already, and you're growing that continuity, why is that a bad thing?
Because like I said, you're wasting that year because your defense is a liability that year. It'll be more of a liability.
But your quarterback's playing well. You know you have your guy, and you're building around him. Now you're focused on the defense the following year. You're not going to address everything in 1 year. So if I have to pick, I think it makes sense to pick the offense, at least early on.
I just think you can address. I think you can address enough of both this year so that when next year comes around, you can go farther.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, you guys think it's hard. You just want me to play something right now?
No.
When you play something, is it going to be something from like this decade?
I was learning something for 420.
Oh, there you go. You little Sublime or something?
No, it was Black Sabbath.
Fuck it. We can go for Black Sabbath. Well, Elias didn't play a shit. He's been slacking off.
Yeah, right.
Let me just see. Oh, I just have it all for a second. Yep.
Oh boy.
Go on. Yes. Roll on.
You feel like I'm that Jay-Z meme where I'm like trying to get into it. I'm like,
I'm sorry. Yeah, the ghost pepper is like making it a little hard to concentrate.
Yeah, we'll blame the ghost pepper for it. Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't have synthetic fingertips to play this song like Tony Iommi.
Well, that's no problem, man. Listen, we all have good days and bad days. Yeah, at least you're getting your music becoming more current.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, they're just hating me, but I can get this. Hold on, let me just one last.
Just take your time, man. We got all fucking night. I mean, what else? This is like a Vincent, thank you for trying, man. We appreciate it.
I'm just sorry. Just I guess I'm doing my best Atlanta Falcons impression right now.
Listen, man. There's always good days and bad days, and your music's more current, man. At least you got shit we know, so that's good.
Well, no. And then the funny thing is, as the moment you turn this off, I'm gonna just play it pitch perfect.
I mean, that's what happens. I mean, Primetime's the same way. He on the show, he's very quiet. The minute the show's off, he talks a mile a minute. So it's just the way it is.
I was gonna ask you though. I want to ask you one quick thing though.
Oh, no problem, man.
Okay, so I had this idea, and I keep on putting it in the back of my. So where
does it involve kangaroos?
No, it's about the Jets. I thought this would be
about the Jets.
So as you know, the Jets used to practice up where I lived in the '60s, and last year they renovated. Last year they redid the field where the Jets practiced and turned it back into a football field. I thought it would be cool if they could get the Jets to come up here and play like a scrimmage game. Like I have a petition to get them to come up here and play a scrimmage game.
Why?
That actually would be pretty cool. Little flag football or something.
Yeah, like a little scrimmage
little charity football event.
Maybe something like that, because you got to remember, when they played up here, they were winners. When they practiced up here, they were winners.
Good idea, Vincent. I like it.
Thanks for calling it, man. We appreciate it.
Sorry.
Have a good night, man.
Have a good night, man.
All right, bye.
Were you on when he said he doesn't want to be considered the gimmick guy? Were you on the show when he said? So then he comes on with a fucking Jason mask. Like he's making his own gimmicks up.
He's feeding into it.
Oh my god! I'm just trying to not laugh so much tonight, but it's just. And then we get just. Oh my god! We're gonna bring on Tim. Tim, what's up, man?
How do you maintain any viewership whatsoever with the knuckleheads that come on the show?
I have no fucking idea, to be honest.
No idea.
Vincent was a good warm up act for next week.
That's right.
So excited about this.
You ready?
Yes, Mr. Primetime, I am ready. And how are you guys doing tonight?
Excellent.
What time do you think the festivities start on draft night?
That's a good question. What time does the draft actually start? 7:30 or 8?
Don't know.
I think it's 8, right?
I'm just concerned with rocking this place.
I don't drink enough for this shit.
And you know what? I realized, I was hoping that you'd bring me and Elias on at the same time. I thought that would have been amazing. But as musical director, he should, decide who's the opening act. I'd probably volunteer. I'm ready to go. Anxious to go.
We got to have like a face-off between the
Yes, we do.
So how do you guys envision the format to look like?
These are all good questions. We gotta figure this out.
Someone goes first, and then the other guy goes next.
Yeah, and then let's go back and forth. How many challenges do you want to have?
Well, I was gonna say you guys could have like 2 or 3 songs in mind, or you can go like 30 seconds and just like send it back to Elias. He sends it back to you after 30 seconds, and you just go like song for song.
Yeah, I was thinking like 2 passages each, because my main concern, other than tailgating, is that I just want to premiere. We're going to have a world premiere of my new song for this.
Oh, shit.
It's going to be sick.
That's what's up.
It's going to be sick. And the whole design behind the song, which is very rocking, I might add, is that Mr. Primetime may say that he's like moved on from Sam, but I'm not sure he's all the way there yet. Oh. And but that's all going to change on draft night. It's all going to change.
Where did Tyson go?
I probably drove him to drink.
So wait, so the song is about Sam Darnold?
No, I don't want to give up. I don't want to give anything away, but it's a world premiere of a song called Mr. Primetime Blues.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah, and I think you're really going to love it, and it's going to help you finally turn the corner from Sam once and for all. Plus, we'll have a new quarterback.
I'm slowly getting there.
Slowly
I woke
getting
up
there,
today feeling pretty good, excited about the show, so slowly getting there, man.
My concern, to be quite honest, Mr. Primetime, is that Zach Wilson looks small to me in stature, like physically small.
Yeah.
You even said, was it not out of your own mouth that you said he's 200 pounds soaking wet? Was that you?
Well, he weighed in at 214. So I mean that's more than I anticipated he was going to weigh in. I think he measured at 6'2" or a little over 6'2". So he looks a lot smaller than that. Yeah, I agree with you.
He looks small. He looks like a miniature Sam. He looks like the guy from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh, I'm making Zach Wilson jokes now?
Yeah, we are, because you know what? He looks small, and I'm just afraid with like this lack of emphasis on building up the O-line, he's going to be leaving the pocket like all the time, and he's going to get flattened by these massive defensive linebackers in the NFL. You know, I'm a little concerned they're going to plant him into the ground, and it's going to be another Sam scenario all over again. But let me just stop there, because I wanted to very importantly mention that I do share Tyson's optimism about this whole process.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, no, I'm having so much fun with this process. I'm leaving it to JD, Coach Sala. I'm having fun. Whoever they take.
Is that a figurine over your right side of your head? Is that a figurine on the top shelf?
Yeah, it is. It's actually the rated R superstar Edge.
Okay.
It was a gift from a former colleague of mine. Yeah, Edge. You know, Edge and Christian from the WWE.
Of course.
Yeah. I have a bunch of those old wrestling figurines.
Yeah, it's the rated R superstar, man. I loved him. I used to love him. In fact, Christian is now with AEW.
There you go.
Yeah,
I got distracted. I'm sorry, because you kept talking. I kept seeing it behind you. I'm like, what the fuck is that behind him?
It's good old Edge. But okay. So whenever the show starts on Thursday night of next week, that's when I'll know, like, roughly. It's right in the beginning.
Well, if the draft starts at 8, then we should probably start at like 7:30, I guess, right? Prime time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, as much as I'm going to try to, kick ass and win the so-called battle, I mean, really, it's the main thing for me to just premiere this new song and just, maybe.
Oh, it's an original?
Yeah, it's an original song, and I thought I thought maybe like we could each do like 2 passages. Like my song's maybe like 2.5 minutes long, and then just I'm going to do a little intro original riff, and then my intro and whatever, my little riff, and then into the song. And then I'll be the opening act, and you go right into Mr. Elias.
Elias has been practicing too, man. So you better be ready for him.
Oh, I'm practicing. I'm trying to get ready. No, I already played the song with the band. I played the song with the band already once just to get ready.
So when are you playing a live show we can go see?
Probably in May or June.
Probably time we're going.
The Wrestlers. Usually dive bars on the Lower East Side.
Perfect.
To be honest,
I'm down.
Yeah, dive bars. Okay. We'll throw it together. But let's get past Thursday first. But no, like Tyson, I share your optimism wholeheartedly. But at the same time, I do. I gotta. Mr. Primetime is correct in that you can't just completely forget. No, it's not. What did she say? It's a love song.
A love song about Primetime.
It could be, but I mean, we love Mr. Primetime, don't we?
Of course, always.
But at the same time of sharing this period of excitement and fun and optimism, but you can't just totally excuse the last 3 years of incompetence, and that's what Mr. Primetime's been saying.
Yes.
You know what I mean, though?
Yep.
That was the biggest reason I felt like it wasn't like fake outrage. It was legitimate. Like I was upset about the move, but like I wasn't giving the Jets a free pass, like you just said, over the last 3 years of how they handled that situation. It's not just, all right, move on to the next guy, all is forgiven. Like, you fucked up this kid, and you fucked it up bad. Every decision you made was awful. Ownership on down. Like allowing McCagnon to, buy all the groceries and then bringing Joe Douglas in. Like, every situation that they handled was just stupid. So I felt that there should have been some level of accountability. Got it off my chest. Now I'm ready to move on.
On draft night, you're going to move on. It's going to be amazing. But really, that's all I got.
I have moved on.
I'm not wholeheartedly convinced of this yet.
His demeanor's better tonight. He's better. He's a little more smiles tonight. He's getting there.
No, but as far as looking forward into the future, my big thing is I want to go to a tailgate party and just not. I don't want to be, but I got to pace myself. I don't want to be the guy like slumped in his chair at 11:30.
That's like prime time.
No,
there's no such thing as pacing yourself at a tailgate.
It's impossible to pace yourself.
But but in terms of like the menu, like when do you bring the meats out? Like early on, right?
Like 8 o'clock through 12 o'clock. There's always meats out.
You're just constantly grilling You're just grilling
the entire
right from
time.
the get-go. Oh shit.
The only time I stop grilling is when I pause to beat Tyson's ass in beer pong, and that's it.
All right. Oh, by the way, I got a new job.
That's your nemesis right there, prime time. So what does it say?
Bring him on.
Anytime. You got a new job doing what?
Bring him on.
Helping people in like lower income areas getting the COVID vaccine.
There you go.
It's a gig through like the New York City
man.
testing and tracing. It's like a good temporary gig that'll get me through like the end of the summer till I find something like permanent.
There you go. Good luck with that, man.
Awesome,
Yeah,
man.
thanks.
Good for you.
But
Good for you.
but anyway, I'm really looking forward to next week. It's going to be fun. Me and Elias are really going to be entertaining, and hopefully you'll get some viewership out of it.
Hey, we could always use viewers based on our content.
Based on tonight,
we'll get you all the information. But right now, we'll assume 7:30.
All right, cool. Have a great night, guys.
You too, man.
Hey, see ya.
You too, man.
It's funny. One of the guys from my gym saw one of our shows, and he was just like, "I'm like, I don't want to talk about it, man. Let's just not even talk about it." He's like, "You got a diverse bunch of callers. Like, you could say that."
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
So next Thursday is gonna be complete chaos, dude. Complete chaos.
Yeah. Last year
How long was
the Zoom chat.
Well, yeah, but we had the whole the Thursday night show wasn't too bad. What was the rough one? Was the Friday night one was bad, right?
Yeah.
I think we all got pretty plastered on that one. I think.
Yeah. Is that the one that Hugh fell asleep?
Yep, I think so. Yeah, because we brought him on the Saturday, and we kept him there and showed him that he was sleeping. So
the bag one. Yeah.
We will bring on. Do you want? Okay, so do you want? We'll bring on Afram because Afram's like a good voice of reason for us. Keeps us mellow.
Good evening, gentlemen.
There he is. Now I already feel more relaxed already.
There you go. I love that video.
It's like Morgan Freeman.
Kevin. The one critique that I had about your video. It's you should put the candle
Music,
out first.
right?
I thought you were gonna when you put the lighter out. I swear to God, I thought you were gonna burn the jerseys.
That's what I thought he was too.
I said, "Oh boy, this would look." I hope it was outside when you were doing it, but it was great. It was great.
No music is the other critique I've heard. I don't want to get a copyright.
Listen, it was a somber thing. You did a nice thing. You stuck to your word, and it really came out great. The draft. All right. What I want to talk about is I'm approaching this. What Douglas said on his last conference. He says first 5 picks he believes will be starters. So that's your first. No. Listen.
I wish.
Yeah, but he said that. But he's going. He's got 5 picks in the first round this year, and he's also got 5 picks next year in the first 3 rounds. So where does he go with them? I personally think I would go right off the bat 23. We know 2 is a quarterback. 23, I think, is going to be a center, and because you got to build that line. If you get a center, you put McGovern back in his original spot when he came up as a right guard. So that can solidify the line until you want to decide what you want to do with Fant, if you want to hold on to him, or next year get somebody. The only concern I have with Creed at 23 is I'm concerned that Pittsburgh may jump up ahead of them because Pouncey retired, and they're going to need a center.
Yep.
Okay, and with this other guy, Lance, I forget what's his name, Dickerson or something.
Landon Dickerson. Yeah.
Yep.
He's been hurt. So I don't know what the extent of his injury is. If it's been more than once, or he has a reoccurring injury in the same leg or foot, whatever it is. So the 34th pick, I always wanted to have another left guard, but they might give Cameron Clark a chance to compete with that. So I would think, based on what he did in free agency, he picked a wide receiver, 2 wide receivers. He got his linebacker. He added a linebacker. He got another safety. He may go corner at the 2nd pick. I think he might go corner at the 3rd pick. Bryce Hall is his pick, so I think he's going to stick with that. Austin was not his pick, but I'm also have to look at this last year. It's hard to say these guys sucked with the coaching that they had. There's a lot of resets. It's going to come down to what these guys think the coaching.
So wait, so you're
saying do with them?
So you're saying what? You're saying center at 23, at 34 corner, and then
possibly at the 34 or the 1st or the 3rd round pick, 1st 3rd round pick.
Yeah, I mean that's
and maybe a guard at that. I don't know where a lot of drafts have them picking a linebacker at 23. There's
I don't see
guy,
that.
Ooh.
but I don't even think the guy that they have there is gonna be there. So there's a lot of things. My biggest concern is if indeed Creed Humphrey, if you look at him, he's strong, he's big, he runs down the field and he blocks down the field. All these guys that he's picking, like the wide receivers, they all block down the field as they did. So my biggest concern is that if Pittsburgh may jump up to the 21st, to the 22nd spot, which is by the Titans, to bump us out, which is a concern, because then we might have to, whatever they hear, we might have to make, go up a little bit more to get him. So that may, cost us a draft pick in next year. After the third round, he may go depth in other positions. Wide receiver, I said this last time, you got 2 first-round picks next year. You got more teams playing next year. You'll have a lot more wide receivers to choose from next year, and you can add. They only signed Keaton Cole for 1 year just to fill in a position. Right. All these guys are 1-year contracts to fill a position that they may go with draft picks next year.
It'd be nice to have some continuity, though, man. If you have Mims, and a guy this year, and the other.
But you also have the continuity on the offensive line, and you're going to have to get offensive line plays, and you're going to lose guys eventually because they're old.
You can't keep saying next year for everything, though. Like receivers is a piece, like
especially. I was gonna say, especially at receiver too. I don't know what next year's draft class looks like, but last year
we don't know
as being very good, and everyone was saying this year's was supposed to be even better.
Yep.
So if you only walk away with Denzel Mims from the past 2 drafts, I think that would be a little bit of a disappointment.
It depends on what he could take. He could take a wide receiver at 3. It all depends on what they're looking for for wide receivers. Remember, it's a dink and dunk type of situation, and Mims has 4 something speed. He's not slow.
Right.
Yeah, so
he was like high 4.39 or something like that.
Yeah, so it's how they use them. But I'm thinking that he's going to plug in first 5 picks to fill in spots that he didn't do in free agency, and then after that, I mean, it's going to be we'll know on 23 what he's going to do the rest of the draft.
So what do you do? What do you do on draft night, man? Do you eat? Do you drink? What do you do?
I don't drink. I drink either water or soda. That's it. No, I usually just watch it on TV and
no special foods. No, nothing.
Do you think I need special foods? Look at this.
Listen, man. Some people like
these chins that have grown over the years.
Maybe people like certain snacks or certain rituals for the draft. I don't know.
No. I just like to lay back, watch it. And, I'm glad we have 2 picks so I can, we got 1 right away. That would have killed it all. Your draft starts at 8. You figure about 20 minutes in from introductions and all that. So you're going to figure around 8:20, Jacksonville will be on the clock. So you might want to plan like a 7:30 start. I don't know what time you guys get in. So yeah, that's probably your best bet. And like I think what they said was 30 seconds in, 30 seconds in that. But it's going to be fun. It's like I said, it's going to be once that 23th pick reaches, I think you get an idea if he's filling a spot. If he fills in a spot that he didn't fill in free agency, then you know where he's going. But he added more to the defensive line. He's going to do the same thing on the offensive line because you can do anything you want. If you ain't got time to throw and you ain't got openings to run, I don't care who you're taking. You want this running back on the 34th pick. Guess what? If he ain't got nobody to run behind, guess what? He'll be dead before you know it. So. Also, did you know that Seattle only has 3 picks this year?
I didn't know that.
Makes sense.
No. Yeah,
they gave us 2 of them. So
starting at 56, this is their first pick. 3 picks. I'm happy because I hope they do horrible next year. Them and the Panthers, because our picks will be very high at that point, and then we'll have much more capital. But gentlemen, keep it short.
Have a good night, man.
Be well and take care.
Man. Have a good night.
So prime time, I'm thinking about this more and more, that if the draft starts at 8, by 23, there's a pretty good chance you're playing out to control the comments and probably host the show.
That's fine. I'll be ready to go.
Okay, just making sure that you understand that it'll probably be a complete disaster by then.
I'm always ready in the big moments. Like when Salah got hired, I went, what was like 4.5 hours that night. So.
Yep. All right. I'm just saying. We will bring on Mr. Jake. Jake, what's up, man?
Good evening, guys. How you doing?
How you hanging
What's
in
up,
there,
Jake?
man?
Yeah, prime time. I guess you might have heard the news about last week. So, like you did, I don't know, about my father's passing. So,
Oh, sorry to hear that, man.
yeah, no, I actually wanted to just to say something to you real quick, because I know you said your mom's having dementia issues. Is that correct?
Yep.
So, listen, it's tough, but just cherish the time you have with her. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to get too mushy tonight, because I'm doing a lot better. Like, I feel a little more positive. So.
No, that's all you can do, man. As long as you can look back and say, you know what, I appreciate all the moments that I did have. That's all you can do. Look back on it with fond memories. So,
yeah, all I'll say is everyone says, like, you'll get over it. It's not get over it. It's just how do you integrate them in your life. So I'm just trying to do a little bit every day with that. But yeah, look, I'm back at work and I'm starting to read up on some of the draft stuff a little bit, guys. So, we're like 9-10 days away. I'm very excited. It's gonna be a nice distraction. Actually, I kind of came on the show bits and pieces. You guys, have you done a draft show before, or is this gonna be like the very first like live stream you're doing?
first live one, because last year we did it through Zoom.
You did it
last year was complete fucking chaos, dude. Last year was a drunken disaster for the draft, a complete disaster. Like we literally, I mean, there's probably like 8 or 9 of us that got completely trashed.
Yeah, we had one guest that literally passed out like halfway through with a bottle of wine on his chest.
And Jake, you know how I rolled, dude. He passed out. I didn't take him off the screen. I left him on the screen. So everybody came on. They saw him like snoozing on the couch, just passed out. It was bad, dude.
It sounds like that episode of South Park during the COVID episode where like Mr. Mackey had to like mute everybody because they were like all screaming and talking. It's kind of like that a little bit. Yeah.
It was so bad, man. It was so bad.
I guess I just don't know if I'm gonna. I mean, I guess you're gonna just do like one person at a time, like we're doing.
I don't know what we're gonna do. You gotta figure it out how you want to handle it.
Well, see, I was gonna say I'm tempted to bring everybody on like for when the Jets make the pick, but it can only be people that like we trust. Somebody that's like not gonna shout it out ahead of time, or you want to have like those genuine reactions, and you want to be all on the same page like when the pick is announced. So.
Oh, it's like what Goodell did last year in his living room where he had like all the people like waving and flags and stuff. I guess you could do that. That'd be kind of cool.
The chat will be out of control, man. It was fucking the whole thing's gonna be nuts. Last year was a complete just fiasco though. Holy shit. and that's why the weird thing was Sasha from Germany was on there and he was excellent. Like in like the 4th round, I mean, I couldn't even fucking see at that point. He's like, oh, my list, I have him here. He broke down all the prospects. He knew every player. Like he knew them all, man. It was impressive.
Good listen.
Tried to sell me on Ashton Davis.
Yep.
It's not working out too well.
You guys need your, Mayock or Kuiper on this thing for the weekend. You might as well have another guy. No. Most importantly, this is the moment. Tyrone's got to come on. This is it. He's not. I mean, unless he works around the clock 24/7. Tyrone, if you're hearing this, please come on. I want to
just last week, man.
I'm not even gonna. I may not even get into the crazy Justin Fields debate as much. Like I said, I kind of accepted it's probably going to be Wilson, and I have to kind of just live with it at this point.
Like at this point, like I don't think any Jet fan like on like the number 2 pick, nobody should be upset on Thursday. I mean, everybody knows what it is. Like I think at this point, if it's not Wilson, we're all surprised. Like to walk in like, oh, this is bull. Like we all know, like it's
you've had enough time to prepare for it, but everybody's still going to have their preference, though.
Everyone's trying to do all these things now that like Trevor Lawrence is not like interested in playing football or winning. So it's like, okay.
Well, he responded to that.
I know it was just ridiculous. I'm just like sitting there. I'm like, okay, so he's just like going to quit. He's going to do like Vontae Davis and quit like middle of the game or something.
You know what it is though? It's like this, and this was something that I had to get adjusted to myself. Like we live and die at every game, man. Like oh my God, when the Jets lose, we're pissed, we're angry for a week and everything else. And what you have to get used to is when after the game is over, like years ago, this is like, 10, 15 years ago, when the players lost, they woke off the field pissed off. They didn't talk to each other, shit like that. Now, the minute the game is over, they're shaking hands, they're exchanging jerseys, they're going to dinner the same night. Like they don't take the loss like we do. It's a completely different sport now. It's just so not the way it used to be, so it's just so different now, man. Like it's just, they don't treat like we do, man. We take it 10 times more serious than they do. It's a job to them. It's like literally a job. Like,
yeah. My brother went. I told you, my brother. The reason I like Justin, I'm an Ohio State fan through my brother. He said half the players in the team that he met at parties, they said they don't even know like who's like what teams in what division. They're like, where do the Bills play? I don't know. Or like who's like, you know, this player.
It's a job, man. They check in, they do their job, they play their game, they go home, and they go out and hang out, and life goes on. Oh, wait, we got a challenger. Hold on a second. Light up the chat if you want me to challenge Primetime or Tyson to a wing roulette trivia game draft night. 6 wings, 6 beers, 1 wing and ghost sauce. Answer question right. Take a drink. Wrong answer. So we're doing a trivia contest for ghost sauce wings.
But wait, do we all have to make wings? And then we all have to buy our own ghost sauce?
What kind of questions are it? Who's asking the questions? What kind of questions are they?
I need more. I need more information on how that's going to work.
If we do like a Jets trivia game, something like that, we could do something like that. I'm down for that.
I'm in for that.
Jets trivia. We got
Jets draft trivia game.
Jets draft trivia, and you got to do like what the hell's this? 6 wings, 6 beers, 1. Yeah, make it for something out. Right, Jake? What do you think?
I usually get Calder Steve to moderate that. I think it'd be great.
Oh God, he's mad at me. I think.
I haven't seen him forever. Where is he?
I attacked him pretty good the last time he was on. I think he's pissed at me. I pissed off a lot of people the last couple weeks. The last couple of weeks, I think I pissed off a lot of people for some reason. I'm not really sure why.
I think I pissed off more people than you.
So anyway, guys, I know it's all draft stuff a little bit tonight. You know, I've said that I feel like we need corner at 23. I'm kind of going through the rankings, and I've kind of been watching a little bit. Like, there's going to be a few more corners in that second and third round. I think are going to be a little more of a bargain than people realize. The guys that I've looked up recently, guys like Elijah Molden from Washington. The one kid I'm really interested in is this kid Paulson Adebo out of Stanford, and I feel like if you really take a hard look at it, it's kind of a coincidence, but you bring in someone like Richard Sherman who went to Stanford, you bring in a smart, intelligent kid from Stanford, you groom him, you mold him, you have kind of like that mentality of what Salah wants, and you're not really going to have to spend that high pick. It's just like everyone's like, oh, just you take Caleb Farley. Back injuries is something I'm telling you that's not going to go away. Like as much as the kid is really talented, and I know he sat out the year with COVID and everything. It's just like you don't want to start going and using these high premium picks on already a guy you have to worry about injuries. Like we're already talking about like Zach Wilson's shoulder and all that stuff that I'm maybe semi-nervous about. You know, I mean, it's already a risk, but you want to take guys that I think you already know. You can check the box and say they have minimal injury history.
But I don't think Joe Douglas is in a spot to take a risk like that. I mean, do you prime time with Farley? Like I think he's put himself in a situation where he's got to. No, I don't think he is either.
No. I think you go for the offensive line. I really think at this point, I really think between 23 and 32, they need to take like a Wyatt Davis or like a Trey Brown or Trey Smith, Trey Smith, like a Trey Smith.
Oh, the guard out of Tennessee.
Yeah, take guys because Van Roten's not long term. Alex Lewis is, I know the whole, he didn't like Gase or falling out, whatever. When you already got questions like that, you need to know you have your end. And Creed Humphreys, Aframs just said 100%. Like, I don't want to trade up a pick to get him and waste it. I'm not doing that. But yeah, I mean, and I think the Steelers are also going to look at like pass rusher and stuff too. That's separately. But I just think that you have to at least address the guard position. I think that's a mandate because, I mean, Primetime, did you not just go on a crazy, angry rant about how we didn't go after guard in free agency? Yep. I mean, like we have no choice now. Like we have to have a plan now to address this position. We can't
I mean, the only other thing, like Tyson's been saying, is maybe, they find it that Lewis or Van Roten in a new system could be the answer. I hope that's not their thinking, that they're not coming into the year thinking, all right, we still have our guys like Joe Douglas. He gave him a contract. He signed them. So he evaluated them. They're his guys. He thought enough of them to sign them. So is he thinking that in a new system, maybe they work out? I hope not. I hope that's not the philosophy. And even if it is, I still think you have to draft multiple linemen. Have those guys ready, have them competing, have them as depth at the very least. But
hot chip challenge prime time?
Hot chip challenge?
Yep.
I don't do hot stuff.
Well, what's the punishment if you get the trivia question wrong?
Oh, shit, I don't know.
Come on, man.
Take a shot of ghost pepper sauce, whatever it is.
That'd be brutal too.
I wouldn't be able to do that.
Somebody had a great comment. Where the hell is it? Hold on a second. It was a really funny one though, because you can't have him asking the questions because his questions would be like some random shit. Where here, Vincent would ask him the name of an 8th round pick from 1967. He would too. He'd be like, "Oh, in 1974, here's one primetime shotgun for a wrong answer."
On a Thursday night, can't do that.
Dude, we'll do it on Friday night because Friday night would be a little bit longer.
Maybe Friday night we could do that.
Are you guys gonna do a show like every night of the draft, like even the
Why
whole
not? What else we got to do?
I'm all for that. I last year watched the Jets 24/7 guys. They did like a whole like literally like in every draft pick to like the very end. So I don't know if you guys are just gonna be like, fuck that, I can't.
We're not that committed. We highly recommend you contact them because we're not that committed at all.
I kind of switched over to you guys anyway because
we can give you Thursday and Friday and a shitload of laughs and based on the hangover Saturday, but that's it.
Yeah,
we're not that in detail.
Hey, listen, like I said, if you guys get somebody like to go through be the expert guy to like give you some.
The experts are chat. Fuck that. No. That's like the one you I forget what site it was. Like, come on, you want to come on and talk draft with us? I'm like, no. I don't know shit about the draft. I'm just here for the jokes.
Yeah, all the other shows really they take like their what's those
very
guys
serious
like Blue It or whoever these other guys are. And I mean, he's a nice guy. I just like after 10 minutes, I'm just like, okay, I can't watch this anymore.
Listen, I give them all credit for doing all the film study and the tape and the analysis and all the shit. It just doesn't interest me. I'm just here for the jokes and like the hot takes and the argument with primetime. That's more interesting to me. Jake, thanks, Joyce, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys for everything.
Have a good night.
Appreciate it.
Good night. All right. Here's an idea too. We got the UFC. Oh, UFC on Saturday. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's gonna be brutal.
I forgot. Yeah,
my liver's gonna hate me. Absolutely hate me. Yep, I agree. So yeah, if you're looking for legitimate draft analysis for our draft show, you're definitely gonna be at the wrong place. You're not gonna get a lot of analysis. It's gonna be just a lot of just shits and giggles.
I'll have some stuff ready by Thursday, though.
Yeah, yeah. If you're looking for, I'll do the comments and the commentary, and Primetime will be the analysis. He'll be an analyst for us.
I already have my sleeper.
Who is it?
Wide receiver, Tamorian Terry.
There you go.
4th round. No bias from Florida State, even though that's my boy. Check out his tape if you can.
Here is a question I would love to answer. I do. I missed that so much because the coolest thing was we'd be in New York City by like 7:30 in the morning, 8 o'clock, and you just party all day with Jet fans and all NFL fans. And it was such an awesome time. Like it was just a great day for fans. They all got together and it was just wild. I missed that a lot, man. A lot more than the way it is now. Like now it's kind of cool on Thursday, Friday, but the all day Saturday was so much fun, man.
Yeah, I enjoyed that much more. And I'm still mad that I never got to actually go to a draft in person. All those years that it was in New York. Yeah.
Such a good time.
Yeah.
So Jet questions divided in 4 categories: draft blunders, team records, and team history miscellaneous. Draft blunders is easy. We know all them fucking firsthand. Team records:
Hackenberg, Robertson.
Yeah, D. Milner, Vernon Golston, Calvin Pryor, Johnny Lamb Jones. Team records, team history miscellaneous. Yeah, but it can't be like some shit from like 1972. You gotta be like keep it.
You gotta know your history.
You're talking shit now too. Here we go. The draft is in Cleveland this year. Another town I did not enjoy going to. So now we
didn't like Cleveland.
It was fucking boring as shit, dude.
That was a fun town.
There was nothing to do.
There was a casino right in town.
10, 11 o'clock. There was nowhere to go out.
There was plenty of bars open.
Dude, like bars with like life, like good time, like in chaos, and you could like do some damage. Not like
there was live music going on in the casino when we were there.
Dude, it was boring as shit.
At the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Boring. I want chaos, dude. Like I'm out to party, have a good time, and just
like Washington.
Just
wasn't much different there. Wasn't much different there.
Washington was very boring. Yeah. So now we will go from Washington and Cleveland. We're going to go to Seattle. We're going to talk to the biggest Seattle fan we know.
I thought he was a Jets fan now.
Well, it is Washington and Seattle are the same fucking thing.
That's true.
Anyway, what's up, my boy?
What's up, man?
How are you?
Hanging in there, man.
Thank you for that, Sam Darnold. video.
It was just for you. It was just for you, man.
It
I
made
promise
me
you.
laugh.
Good.
Now I have a question for you.
Yeah. What is it?
You said Sam's first practice was like something out of a movie.
Yes, it was.
What movie was it?
Fucking Titanic. That's what it was.
That's a good one.
Turned out to be the Titanic.
Was it Chucky? Forgetting Sarah Marshall or 50 Shades of
Damn, Jose.
You're forgetting. I'm the guy that gives zero fucks.
I'm well aware of that.
Actually,
Jesus.
You know what? Can we get record on record? Is he in here? Is record?
He's in the chat, yeah.
Get him in here.
Rutgers is having a rough time too, man. Oof.
Can we get him in here?
Not right now.
He's not on the list of callers, but he's in the chat.
Oh, record. I am going to light here.
Light him up. Light him up. Do it now.
No, DJ Shark is better than DK Metcalf. What?
Oh yeah, the DK Metcalf one was bad, man.
Where do I send him his honorary bong? Because
He's just roasting everybody. Holy shit!
As a scepter, because he is the new waffle king.
He's the new waffle king. That's right.
Oh shit!
Also, what was Tyrone talking about on Twitter?
I don't know,
What
man.
the fuck was that?
Tyrone's having a rough time.
Like-
The Twitter streets are rough these days. I'm pissing off everybody over there, so I don't know what's going on over there.
Like I don't like to talk shit to people
Yes, you do.
behind their
All you do is talk shit to people.
behind their back.
Okay.
Oh no, not behind their backs. No.
I want to do it. I want to do it to his face.
Well,
So
tomorrow night, 8:30 to 10:30. We got plenty of time.
No, not his voice. Like
To his face.
Like I do with you guys.
We'll try,
Like
man.
yes.
Tyrone's a very busy man, apparently.
I know,
and very
I know.
expensive too. So we get. I think to get him on video probably costs a lot of money. I don't know.
Hey, it costs a lot of money to get Kim Kardashian.
We're
on video too.
we already got. Yeah, I can only have one Kardashian. I can't have two.
Oh shit! I already gave you my thoughts on the fucking 23rd 23rd pick. So what
You're
the
angry
fuck?
tonight.
No.
Well,
Yeah,
you did a good job, man. That's it. You just drop the mic and you're done.
Brandon, you want to know why I'm mad, Chuck?
Yeah, I want to know why. Tell me.
Check my tweet from last night.
Uh-oh.
And you know what? All right.
I'll check it right now.
Oh, can you guys wish my mama happy birthday? She's right
Oh,
here.
happy birthday!
Oh, happy birthday.
They said happy birthday. They
Happy
said
birthday.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Yes.
Jose. Have a good night, man. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
See you later,
Have a
man.
good night, man.
Go Jets.
So now prime time. Jose attacked Rutgers, and here he is,
Oh,
just like that.
Hey
what's
guys,
up, dude?
how you doing?
Please tell us we're not going to do this DK Metcalf shit again.
I don't think I said anything crazy. I didn't want to talk about anything, but I mean, I'm getting called out. I was just chilling in the chat. You saw me.
Yeah, now you know what it's like, right?
Yeah,
It's not easy.
I didn't say DK Metcalf was a bad receiver. I didn't say he was. I didn't say he was bad. I didn't say he was garbage. I just said I think
he's just not on the level of DJ.
That's
Shark,
not what
right?
I said. I said I think he's on the. I said he's on the level of those guys.
Okay.
I've not waffled a single time. If you think I said that, I think DJ Chark is straight up better than him. I don't think I said that. I said I think that we talk about him as definitively better than those guys, and I'm saying that I don't believe that. I mean, he's playing with a much better quarterback than all those guys. You know, I think
you're angry tonight, man. Relax. It's Monday. It's a long week.
No, you know what? He's focused. He's focused tonight. He's
I'm
rounding out all the comments. He's not getting sidetracked with all the comments.
You know, tests are coming up soon. I got essays and stuff to do. I'm a bit stressed, so my bad. But you know, I disagree
he
with.
Just admitted he's angry. That's what he did. He admitted he's angry. You're a little tense right now, man. You got to just.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not because of this. It's because of outside things, you know.
Still, the edge, your outside edge is coming into your inner edge, and you just got to breathe and relax, and maybe your football takes just smooth out a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like I can defend my opinion on DK. You know, after I got all the pushback, I decided to go back with open mind. I watched every single reception he had. You know, I think the majority of his catches come on deep balls, screens, and on curl routes, and then some of the other receivers I mentioned, you know, Chark, DJ Moore. AJ Brown, they run more complicated route trees. They do. What does that have? See, this one, that's not how you make a proper argument. You're literally attacking a few things, and you're not taking my argument totality. Like, what does that have to do with anything? That's not how you make a logical argument, or that's not how you refute a statement properly. I mean, so all I'm saying with Metcalf is I think he's slightly overrated. I think some of those guys, if you put them on the same team he was on, I think he can put together a similar year to those guys. That's how I feel about those guys. You know, we're watching Chark put together a good season down there in Jacksonville. His quarterback keeps changing every week. He got Luton playing. He's got Glennon playing. He's got Minshew playing. Then Minshew not playing. They keep switching his guys around while they're tanking. I think, you know, we kind of overlook some things. And, you know, the guys who we see on national television all the time, the guys who we get to see play in big games, you know, we kind of think that they're so much better than these other guys when, you know, there's a lot of guys in the NFL who are really good and who are in shit situations. I think for the Kittle thing, I defended my take pretty well on Twitter. I didn't see no one respond to that. Did you guys watch the videos I put up?
No. You tweeted?
I've been tweeted. Are you kidding me?
Oh, you're tweeting now? Oh, shit. I didn't know you joined the Twitter world. You tweeted?
I added you. What do you mean?
Oh, you did?
Yes. On Tuesday with a list of videos. If you watch it, you can see exactly what I was talking about. I'm not crazy. I don't think I've said anything really. I don't come on here and just try and talk out my ass.
You tweeted?
You didn't see it?
Wait, did you an actual tweet or a response to a tweet?
An actual tweet.
Oh, welcome to Twitter, man. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. You know,
this is some shit now.
A big social media guy. I tweeted 5 days ago.
Let me look this now. Hold on. Oh. You tagged us in it? No, now I feel bad.
Yeah.
Why refuse to follow you until you tweet it? So now I gotta fucking follow you. Shit.
You know, there's
only one video.
No, you keep going. There's a whole bunch.
No, there's a whole bunch. No, look at you. Now I'm gonna follow you because now you got tweets up. That's fine.
You know, if you watch, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about on different plays. You know, where Kittle does get schemed open.
Look at you. You're like it, dude. You gotta act like everybody else now. You gotta put NFL on your handle. Javid Cole, NFL. So you know, like you're an NFL. Then you gotta write like NFL analyst on like everybody else does.
I'll give you credit though. Yeah. You're backing up your take. You found some.
Shit, I'm actually impressed
to back
by
it up. Yeah.
You know,
props for that.
I don't really try. I'm not one of those guys. I won't just come out and talk, you know, and just say things. I think even when I have some opinions that are kind of, you know, against the grain, I feel like I watch and I watch again before I want to say something. Because I don't really want to come out here and just say something and get clowned, you know. Because I think anything I do say, I can sort of back it up, and I do have some opinion on it. But I think, you know, I didn't make a lot of clips. I just used the first like 120, like all the clips from like the first minute 20 of like a Kittle video. And if you watch it, you can see exactly what I'm saying, you know?
I'm impressed, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually impressed. This is actually legitimate. This is why you should be a lawyer. I keep telling you, going to law school is smart for you. This is like legit shit here. We got to make sure people follow you. This is excellent. I'm proud of you, man. See, now you came back with a fury, and you've actually Primetime can learn from you. This is the way you handle business right here.
Whoa.
No. I'm not saying that. I like what Primetime does.
What did he do? We haven't seen much over the last 2 weeks, other than a Sam Darnold video.
I mean, he needs some time.
That took a lot out. That took a lot out of me. Yeah,
he's still working on his betting videos.
I'm not gonna start
every week next year. That's coming.
I'm not gonna start making a DK Metcalf
video. Do a draft betting video.
But I just personally think you're watching him, what he does. Right. He has some huge plays. He's also struggled against some of the teams in his division.
Can you explain why you're wearing a Syracuse hoodie when you're a Rutgers guy?
My brother went to Syracuse.
There's the answer. This man's come with every. You're prepared for every question tonight, man. Yeah. This may be your best call you've had since I've known you.
Thank you.
So, what was your Super League take?
Well, she's a Leicester fan, so obviously she'd be biased against it. But my opinion with the Super League is, I'm not gonna make a complete judgment yet on it. But I think I can understand where the big teams are wanting more money because the reason I see it is the company, the organization that they're are angry at is UEFA, and FIFA, and they're rife with corruption. As you know, like the World Cup is going to be in Qatar, which was completely a bribe. We all know it. There's no reason that it ever should have been there. And even though they have all this stuff, and there's been investigations that have proved all this stuff, they still don't change anything. They haven't made. They've changed some things in this organization, but they're still full of bribery. It's not run really properly.
It's all about money.
So the way it works with the Champions League, from what I've read and what I've seen and what I know, is that there's a few major clubs in England, Spain, France, Germany, but there's a few, basically 15 huge clubs, 15 to 20 huge clubs, basically, and the money that they make, a lot of them, the money that they make, they bring in the lion's share of the revenue. Like if you compare those clubs compared to like hundreds of other clubs, they make the most, right? And UEFA takes a lot of the money.
It's like baseball, it already goes to Yankee games because Yankees are a big draw.
Yes, but so what happens in soccer, if you guys know, like there's there's relegation, so teams can move up and down based on if you're one of the worst three teams. You didn't let me finish my own staying. I didn't even make my take yet. So if she's just mad because her team is one of the teams that is not a big club. So that's why. Oh. So if there's teams can get relegated, they can go up and down in the leagues, right?
Yep.
And basically what happens is UEFA uses the money that they get in revenue to basically they keep some of the money for themselves, and no one really knows exactly what they do with that. But then some of the money is allocated back to the smaller clubs and to the smaller leagues, so that teams and clubs can stay afloat and they can continue to grow. And like, for example, Cassandra's team, they were in a lower league, and they kept growing, and then they won the Premier League once they got to the top flight a few years ago, right? So that's where if those clubs don't have funding, if those clubs don't have money, then they can start to founder and they will fall apart, and a lot of clubs will be dissolved because they don't have money. Right. So when you look at it from the big clubs perspective, it's their few clubs are keeping basically tons of clubs afloat, and they want some more money, but they can't get it because there's an organization that
same way baseball is, where how the Yankees and the big Red Sox, they help with the Marlins and the Pirates and all those small league teams.
I mean, kind of like that. But so they basically have been trying to get more money and more control from UEFA, and UEFA's been saying no. So then they said they'll make their own league apart from them, right? So I'm saying the way it is, a lot of fans are complaining because it takes away the integrity of football, which is you have to win, you have to continue to win. There's always competition, this and that. Because with the league, there'll be no relegation; those teams will always be there. Right. But I mean, if you look at it from a business perspective, where the clubs are looking at it, they're seeing it as, hey, look, I'm a big club, I'm making a bunch of money, I'm not going to get a bunch of my money. And then not only do I not get a whole bunch of money, we're giving all my money out to all these other clubs, and it's not the best business model for me. So right. I think from the big club's perspective, it makes sense. And while I don't agree with it completely, I don't think it's the right solution. I can also see why the fans are mad from the smaller clubs and from other clubs, because not only are their clubs being excluded from this group, but some of their clubs will probably fail if
they'll go out.
They leave the leagues. My personal take on it is I think it's probably not even going to happen. I think it's probably going to be used as a scare tactic to try and get UEFA to play ball, because in negotiations, UEFA doesn't want to give them more money. So if they basically say to UEFA, hey, we're going, UEFA has threatened them, saying that we'll kick you out of playing in your leagues and your players can't play for national teams. But that's not something that they honestly, one, have the power to do, or two, would actually do. Stop being mad. I'm not saying anything illogical. You say it only makes sense to the rich American owners. Only 5 of the 15 clubs only 5 of the 12 clubs they've named are owned by foreign entities.
Primetime, did you learn anything from this conversation?
It's a weak take to say it's about the rich American owners. I mean, there are clubs where people are owned from China, clubs where people own from other countries, and also clubs where people own from their own countries.
It's not about. It's honestly a cop out to say it's about the rich American owners. Because I mean, 7 of the 12 are not owned by them. I mean, that's my take on stuff. So,
Primetime, did you learn anything? Did you?
I can't process that stuff.
Oh, was I?
So you're only downfall. See, now you upset Jose too. Now
I kind of understood what he was saying.
Your only downfall was you're so passionate about your take. You speak so damn fast. It's very hard to keep up with.
I'm sorry.
You just rattle off shit. It was like.
If I knew more about the sport, I'd probably understand it better. But I don't watch soccer.
Yeah, no, I understood what he's saying with this. I understand like the whole revenue sharing and things like that. That happens a lot in baseball too. It's all about money negotiations, man. It's a business. The rich want to stay rich.
Look what she's saying. She's just trying to throw shots at my team. It's not about the team not being good enough to be in the league. Because even with Arsenal not being good enough to be in Champions League and your team Leicester being good enough to be in Champions League, you guys do not make nearly as much money as Arsenal does, and you probably never will. Let's be honest. They have a bigger supporting in England. They have a bigger supporting worldwide. It will take decades for your club to even reach as big as the other clubs. So why would a club?
Listen, man, you take your hostilities with her to the chat. You're boring. Primetime's
I'm sorry.
Primetime's literally ignoring you right now.
Can I talk about the Jets real quick?
Oh fuck!
I mean,
this is where it's gonna go bad. Go ahead.
I've never made a bad take about the Jets. What have I said?
Do what? Never?
A Jets take? When?
Oh my goodness!
Name it.
Okay, let's hear your current take. Let's see what this next one is.
I think for the draft, I agree with some of the takes before. I think line would definitely be great to go for at 23. I think if someone really good at corner falls, I'd probably take him. I'm just really excited for where we're gonna go. I feel like it's kind of interesting seeing all the different takes, and it just shows how many different places we can really go, and how we really don't know.
How many mock drafts have you done so far?
Mocks? I've never done. I don't do mocks.
Okay, that's probably your best take too. Another good take.
I don't really get involved with that stuff.
So is there a position that if the Jets took in the first 2 rounds that would piss you off?
Yes.
What is it?
I agree with PT saying safety. PT, you the one who said safety, right?
Yeah. No, definitely not.
You said that though. You said safety is a position you don't want though.
You don't want safety, right?
Yeah, definitely don't want
safety. Yeah, I agree with you saying you don't want safety. I think running back is interesting. I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't want it. If we got a running back there, I would have to accept it. But honestly, if you're asking me right now, I would not want to see a running back that early. I think we don't really need an amazing running back. I think we're going to have a rotation of good guys who will all find value. And it's really more important about the line to give them the opportunities to, make plays happen. I think linebacker, I really wouldn't be too excited about. I wouldn't be too excited about linebacker. I think I think someone mentioned on mock drafts, you see a linebacker is being taken at 23, but I think the only guys they have us really taking there is guys who would be amazing, but I don't think they'd fall there. So I don't think linebackers are really a realistic option for us at 23.
Excellent call, Rutgers. You came in fired up. You're an angry person tonight, but you're prepared. And we're all going to follow you now because now you're actually tweeting like legit tweets. So
yep,
we're proud of you. You're like, this is like a big moment for you here, man.
All right, thank you.
Have a good night.
Have a nice night, guys.
Good stuff, man. Have a good night.
Shit, his tweets are actually legit. You see him? Like he broke it down like fucking like Brian Baldinger. Holy shit.
Might have to bring him on as our analyst.
So Primetime, people want to know about the shirt you're wearing.
Are we going to start making them? Like
lean back. Show it to him. I wore it for my last video too. So if you guys want them, we can figure out how to do this. We could just buy a bunch and sell them or some shit. I wore one for last video. We have them. So what is this? Tyson and Primetime still waiting on personal files. Oh fuck.
Gosh,
I'm really bad. I'm really bad with
follow
that.
You right now.
All right, Clancy. What's fine? You too?
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm
really bad with that. Doyle. Clancy. Well, tweet me.
There's a lot of Clancy Doyles out there.
There is a lot, man. Tweet us, man. Send us a tweet, and I'll follow you back. I suck at that kind of stuff.
I know he's tagged me and stuff too, so he's probably in my notifications.
So we can do. Oh yeah, that's because what's his name? Elias has one of them. He got one. Don't sell them. I want mine to be exclusive. What a bastard. We can though. We can make a bunch from or something like that. I figured maybe closer to the season, you guys should get a T-shirt cannon, launch them out of tailgates. That's a good idea too. Or we can play. We could do like beer pong or like trivia or some shit for them. Okay, we can do something. Idea. Yeah, they're not bad, man. Gotta get one for Legend. Legend's got one. He's got his headband, so now he needs a T-shirt,
mini shirt.
So now this is something that's been bothering her the entire show. Why are you wearing a shirt over a sweater?
Because I came straight from baseball and I just threw my.
You wanted to be more appropriate, so now he was being more sport-like.
I was actually kind of cold. I didn't want to just rock a T-shirt.
I'll buy Australian dollars. We would just mail you one, man. We got file. Oh.
I'll take a Dogecoin or whatever it is as payment.
Yeah,
that's all everybody's fucking talking about.
I want to launch Caller Steve from a shirt cannon.
Ouch.
Hi guys, I was working until now. How are you doing? Primetime, your Sam movie was funny. Are you good? You forget Sam.
I'm good now.
Live from Brazil.
That first week, I definitely was not good, but now I'm doing a little better.
Yes, the shirts are next level shirts. They're very nice. They're like the very comfortable one. make a gold shirt for Adam Gase. All right. Primetime, can you do Let's Talk Primetime's baseball team?
Oh no.
But now what Elias is, he has his own little,
fired.
He's got a baseball podcast. So sooner or later he's gonna want you on there, man. Just so you know. You better
I'll
go
come
on
there and talk. I'll definitely come on there and talk baseball.
He attacked me on Twitter with some baseball takes. I'm like, dude, I'm fighting about UFC and Jets. I can't get Yankee arguments going too.
Always down to talk baseball.
Well, you heard him. Let's see. When's your next cooking segment?
That's a good question.
So you owe us a Sam Darnold rap, which we never got. You owe us betting videos. We never got those.
Hold on. So the Darnold video, I don't know how we do a Darnold rap now with him in Carolina. Does it become like a diss track aimed at like Joe Douglas, like a revenge track? I don't know how to proceed. So
is that a new hat? It's not a new hat, is it?
Yeah, it is. Black on top.
Oh, they said that. They like your hat. They noticed that. I couldn't see because
New year, new me.
All right. Oh, there you go. Wednesdays at 7:00. They go live.
Awesome.
All right. There you go, Elias. I got you. See, I got you an exclusive guest. You got, look at this.
Wouldn't say I'm exclusive.
You are. Let's see. We got a farewell rap. Just make a rap. So I guess what we'll do is we got to figure out our rules for next Thursday. Get started at 7:30. And then it's going to be, we're not doing Zoom. We're doing it on here, right? We're not doing it on Zoom, are we? We're doing it here.
Yeah, do it on here. Yeah.
All right. So 7:30, we do a show, tomorrow night? So we got tomorrow night, next Monday, next Tuesday, and then, oh shit, we got some more shows. All right, cool. Well, here he is. Now he's marketing himself. Big Apple Baseball Banter.
Here we go.
That's a lot of B's, man. B.
Big Apple Baseball
Banter. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. And we will talk to you guys tomorrow night, 8:30, and then whatever else is next. Later.